Okay, so now we are going to move on to the next X30 senior heat, which will be for groups B and H. So we'll just bring up the grid for this one then. As you can see, the drivers who are going to be starting to the outside of the grid as we move down the order.
Poursuivons notre passage, oui, Chris, sur la pré-grille de départ. Nous sommes toujours dans le classement des X30 seniors dans le schéma des manches qualificatives pour ces finales 2017, finale internationale Iame avec la catégorie des X30 seniors. Et c'est Dante Yu ici qui sera le pilote de la pole et Stefan Letz que l'on a à l'image en ce moment, numéro 324, qui sera donc son adversaire de première ligne de grille de départ.
So yeah, we're looking at Stephen Letz on the front row then in the 324. Stephen Letz sitting 8th overall this morning in the heats classification. Dante Yu's going to be going off pole position though. Dante Yu, a very good qualifying for him on Wednesday. And he's going to be starting this heat from pole position. Charles Tenier, the French driver, is going to be going off the inside of row 2. Charles, 6th in terms of the classification at the moment. Dante Yu's not had the best of luck. Dante Yu with a 7th, a 3rd and a win, but one result, one DNF where he finished 34th has put Dante Yu down in 27th. That still puts him in the A final. The top 33 will go straight through, of course, but Dante Yu in the remaining heats he has today just needs to stay out of trouble. So Dante Yu, let's see what he can do from pole position. Charles Tenier, as we said, is in the top 10. Stephen Letz 8th. Alejandro Lajos Lopez, the Spaniard, has raced well, but has had next to luck. He's had a win and a win and a second. An 8th place, but at a 20th place where he was involved in an incident means Alejandro Lajos Lopez is down in 16th. Then it's Enrique Bordas Cortes, the Spaniard. He's going to be starting on the inside of row 3. He's currently 15th in the standings overall. Abdullah Al-Rawahi is going to be on the outside of row 3. Abdullah 22nd overall after one bad heat where he was involved in an incident. Watch out for Lewis Malin on the inside of row 4, sorry. Why do I say that? Lewis Malin 3rd in the standings overall. Casper Corjus, well, I was about to come on to Casper Corjus. Is that Casper Corjus who has slowed down? It certainly looks like the 328. Hopefully one of our cameras picked that up. Casper going to be due to go off the outside of row 4. On row 5 we have Hugo Arnaud and Rehan Jamie. Then it's Arnold Malizia and Edward Calpe. Now hopefully we can pick that up. Well, we'll know who hasn't come round. It looks like Jakob Matthias. Yeah. I think it's, is it
228, yes.
Matthias
Jakob qui a eu un problème dans la procédure de départ et qui malheureusement va devoir abandonner le numéro 228, Jakob Matthias Oya.
Vincent Marcelou, Max Alando, row 7, Smith, Jan-Felix Springbrook, row 8, Xavier Diaz and Mathis Cordier, row 9. Placeto Haja is going to be a lonely row 10 with Jakob Matthias Oja breaking down on the warm-up lap. Then it's Amna Al-Kibesi, Henry Laco as they are on their second formation lap, I believe. So we'll get through the rest of the order quickly. Then it's Westworth and Schultz, Frenking, LaRue and Clout, Turner and Olsen, Fournier and Vax, McPolin and Rasmussen. Then we have Schua and Bedard, Villa Gomez and Matthew Gray.
Dante Yu, le pilote américain numéro 345, sera le pilote dans un instant, déjà en place sur la grille de départ, mais en pole position, bien entendu, ici. Il a Stefan Letz comme adversaire en numéro 1, 324 son numéro au niveau du partage de la première ligne de la grille de départ, alors que le classement de donne Charles Tenier et Alejandro Laos comme adversaire sur la deuxième ligne de la grille de départ. Charles Tenier, le pilote normand, qui sera même le premier français au niveau de la composition de cette grille. Henrik Bordas, le 354, et Abdullah Al-Rawahi seront les pilotes de la troisième ligne. Et top départ à l'instant. Bon départ de Dante Yu dans le premier virage à gauche, le virage du 24, qui passe en tête. Charles Tenière me paraît bien parti également,
two
numéro
drivers
223, avec deux pilotes qui sont légèrement sortis de la piste. Et Stefan Letz me paraît être en deuxième position. Dante You leader et Stefan Letz vraisemblablement à la deuxième place. Nous sommes dans le premier tour. Et Edouard Cope, malheureusement, avec le numéro 230 pour le pilote du Daydream Racing by DDS, paraît être l'un des deux pilotes à être légèrement sorti de la piste à la sortie du virage du 24. Premier passage au banking, Chris.
So Dante Yu leads them onto the back straight, as you said, just couple of drivers going off on the exit of turn 1, but other than that, everyone is through safely. Stephen Letts, we've had
two drivers out,
yeah,
wait, double spin,
so we've had more than a couple of drivers go off. Another incident halfway through the opening lap, but Dante Yu leads Stephen Letts down the start finish straight. In third place is Charles Tenière, then it is Enrique Bordas in fourth place, Lewis Malin fifth, Hugo Arnaud is sixth place, and it's Alejandro Lajos Lopez. Abdullah Al-Rawahi is in eighth, and it's Corjus Janie rounding out the top 10. Stephen Letts applying the pressure to the American Dante Yu here. I think Stephen Letts will try and go in early.
De l'américano-anglais en ce moment arbitré par Charles Tenière. C'est Dante Yu qui est en tête.
Oh, tried the move.
Il a essayé Stephen Letts de passer, mais je pense pas que ce soit passé. Dante Yu, I think, is still in the lead.
Oh, almost.
Almost, ouais, il devrait. Voilà.
Down the back straight they go, and it looks like the French driver Charles Tenière is going to take second place from Stephen Letts. So a failed attempt to take the lead has seen Stephen Letts drop to third place now, just a couple of corners later, and it's given Dante Yu a bit of a comfortable lead out front. Down the start finish straight we go. Yu leading Tenière by 3.5 tenths of a second. Then it's Stephen Letts in third place. Lewis Malin, we said to watch out for him. He's up to fourth place at the moment. Fifth place is Hugo Arnaud, and then it's Alejandro Lajos Lopez. Field very much bunched together at this stage. We have Enrique Bordas in sixth place, Lajos Lopez in seventh, and it's Corjus Al-Rawahi and Rihan Jani. I think Abdullah Al-Rawahi may have lost a few places on this lap. The guy on the Biron ART chassis, I think, has dropped out of the top 10, losing a couple of places to Rihan Jani and Vincent Marcelou as they head on to the back straight one more time. Stephen Letts, I think, may go on the recovery here, and there we go, move for second place. Letts up to second.
Attention, oui.
Lewis Malin off. That's Lewis Malin off the track, and he's going to recover. And into the path of one of the VDK drivers. That's the 310. That's going to be off as well. And that's Xavier.
Oui, attention, un pilote au ralenti devant les stands à l'instant. Je crois numéro 332 si on a bien eu le temps de voir. Dante Yu dans tous les cas reste leader. Stefan Letts a repris la deuxième position à Charles Tenière, mais qui reste largement dans le coup pour terminer au minimum dans le tiercé de tête. Très jolie première partie de course pour Hugo Arnaud, numéro 224, qui est en quatrième position. Allez, Alejandro Laos qui est à la cinquième place. Et l'on va revoir avec le replay justement ce qui s'est passé. Allez-y Grace, oui, avec ce contact où là malheureusement on avait au ralenti, c'était Lewis Malin qui était au ralenti, et ce qui malheureusement a coûté quelque part une bonne place à Javier Diaz qui n'a pu éviter le contact à ce moment-là, Chris.
Yeah, well, Lewis Malin yet to have a bad result, but that bad result is about to come in this heat, and Stephen Letts is about to take the lead from Dante Yu. Stephen Letts goes through at turn 1. Dante Yu now has Charles Tenière to deal with in third place. He was also slightly delayed in that Lewis Malin incident, certainly a racing incident, just two drivers crossing paths involved in separate incidents, to be honest, as fourth place Alejandro Lajos Lopez now trying to close the top three down. He's got Hugo Arnaud behind towards the hairpin. Stephen Letts doing a good job to take the lead on this lap, but I think Charles Tenière, the danger man, in third place at the moment, going pretty quick on this lap, as is Alejandro Lajos Lopez. Into the left-hander, just a couple of corners now to go before we have completed 5 laps of this race. We have the top 8, I think it is, escaping. It is. It's Letts, Yu, Tenière, Lajos Lopez with the new fastest lap, then Arnaud, Corjus, Bordas and Jani. They're split by 1.7 seconds.
Stefan Letts l'anglais a pris l'avantage sur l'américain Dante Yu dans le 5e tour. C'est lui qui s'est emparé de la tête. Et derrière Charles Tenière qui passe à l'offensive sur Dante Yu. Il est pour l'instant 3e position. Alejandro Lopez a pris l'ascendant sur Hugo Arnaud pour la 4e place. Hugo Arnaud qui est pour l'instant pointé en 5e position. La parabolique là-bas, pas de changement, toujours Stefan Letz en leader. C'est sans doute la ligne droite qui pourrait peut-être permettre, et l'on va l'observer, à Charles Tenière de piquer Dante Iu au freinage, mais il n'y parvient pas. Une très jolie chenille de carte en ce moment. Attention, oui, belle attaque là encore de Charles Tenière. Va-t-il réussir? J'ai l'impression que oui, finalement, à passer en 2e position. Ça va être tout de suite la fin du 6e tour. Et c'est passé pour Charles Tenière. Charles Tenière qui est à la 2e place. Attention à Dante Iu qui va tenter de reprendre la 2e position. Bien sûr, au bâtiment le 24, ça n'est pas passé. Stefan Letz leader, Charles Tenière en 2e position derrière Dante Iu, alors qu'Alejandro Laos et Hugo Arnaud complètent le top 5.
Charles Tenière up to 2nd place then, and pretty quick on this one. Stephen Letts will be coming under pressure very shortly. I feel Dante Iu's got to be careful in 3rd place. Alejandro Lajos Lopez has just set a new fastest lap, and there goes the Spaniard into 3rd place. Lajos Lopez up 1 more place. He's going along pretty well so far this weekend is Lajos Lopez, but 1 bad result means he can't afford another, and 3rd place for him would be a pretty perfect way to get his Saturday underway. Alejandro Lajos Lopez though, still a few more laps, and the 2 leaders look like they're going to start to battle perhaps on this lap. Charles Tenière there in 2nd place, only a couple of attempts now back from Stephen Letts. Lajos Lopez only a further 3 tenths behind. Then it's Dante Iu. Casper Korjus is going along well in this one, the Estonian up to 5th place. Then it's Enrique Bordas, who's under pressure from Hugo Arnaud and Hanjani in 8th place. Then it's Abdullah Al-Rawahi and Thomas Turner up from the inside of row 14, 27th. Thomas Turner is up to 10th place now.
Peut-on avoir une victoire de Charles Tenière? Après tout, pourquoi pas? Alejandro Laos Lopez est passé en 3e position. Il a pris de l'ascendant sur Dante Iu qui finit finalement moins bien la course qu'il ne l'avait commencé, même si le freinage il a tenté de revenir sur Alejandro Laos Lopez. Et en même temps, il était attaqué par Kaspar Corius, le 328 ans en 5e position. Repasse devant nous les hommes de tête, fin du 8e tour. Il reste 3 tours avant la présentation du drapeau damier. Stefan Letts est leader devant Charles Tenière. Alejandro Laos Lopez tente de se défaire de Dante Iu, de revenir également sur Charles Tenière. Les voilà maintenant dans le double droite, le virage des 2 chaînes à l'instant. Alejandro Laos Lopez très pressant derrière Charles Tenière. Course toujours dominée par Stefan Letts. Kaspar Corius est à la 4e, à la 5e place maintenant. Henrik Bordas en 6e position. Hugo Arnaud et Ryan Gadi sont les pilotes que l'on pointe pour l'instant aux 7 et 8e place. Charles Tenière toujours 2e.
Yeah, Lajos Lopez new fastest lap last time round. Dante Iu in 4th place, going even quicker this time round as they heading towards the left-hander there. And Enrique Bordas has just gone quickest as well through the first sector on this lap. But Dante Iu in 4th place, about to set a new fastest lap as we go on to the final 2 laps of this 2nd heat in towards turn number 1. And Charles Tenière thought he was going to line up a move there. Alejandro Lajos Lopez with the freedom to take a wide line through the first corner, despite Dante Iu setting a new fastest lap in 4th place. The top 6 or 7 very close together still. It's the top 7 split by just 1.5 seconds. In chase, Rihan Jani, the French driver, in 8th place, trying to chase him down on that Zanardi chassis. Then it's Al-Rawahi and Turner in towards the left-hander. There you go. Are we going to see any changes down there? Not quite. Stephen Letts onto the back straight at the moment. Hasn't had the need to defend, but Charles Tenière remains within about 0.2 of a second away. What about Alejandro Lajos Lopez and Dante Iu in 3rd and 4th? Anything can happen on this last lap, 7 with a chance to win it.
Oui, dernier tour maintenant. Charles Tenière toujours en 2e position. Stefan Letts reste le leader. Et attention au bout de la ligne droite. Stefan Letts attaqué par Charles Tenière. Et Dante Iu également redescendu en 4e position, encore du tour au tour précédent. Revient aussi à l'offensive sur Alejandro Laos Lopez qui est en 3e position. Ça peut quelque part rendre service à Charles Tenière si Alejandro Laos Lopez a plutôt un pilotage défensif par rapport aux attaques de Dante Iu, ce qui va donc permettre à Charles Tenière de ne se concentrer que sur un pilotage d'attaque sur Stefan Letts qui arrive maintenant à la parabolique, toujours leader Charles Tenière en 2e position, Alejandro Laos Lopez à la 3e place, Dante Iu est 4e, Kaspar Corius est en 5e position, Henrik Bordas est 6e, Hugo Arnaud et Ryan Jali pour les 7 et 8e places au bout de la ligne droite, dernier freinage. Stéphane Letz toujours devant. Charles Tenière est en deuxième position. Il faut tenir jusque-là. Alejandro Laos Lopez est en troisième position. Le drapeau d'Ami maintenant est en vue. Ligne droite et le vainqueur est Stéphane Letz devant Charles Tenière. L'écart 266 millième. Alejandro Laos Lopez d'Anteyou pour le top 4. Et belle, c'était 8e place de Hugo Arnaud, de Ryan Gagny et Arnaud Malizia termine également en 11e position.
Great win that for Stephen Letz, as I said, currently sitting 8th overall in the heats classification. Worst result so far this weekend has been 13th place, but that his second win of the weekend. Took a win in his final heat yesterday and starts Saturday with another win. So Stephen Letz on a roll at the moment, still has 2 more heats to go today as well. Charles Tenière, likewise, the French driver, is ahead of Stephen Letz at the moment in terms of points, 6th place overall. That matches his best result of the weekend. He took a second in his last heat yesterday, so a good result there from the Frenchman who was getting support from the side of the track. Alejandro Laos Lopez finishes in 3rd place, a much needed result for the Spanish driver who can't afford another bad result, shall we say. Dante Yu, likewise, that's a great result for the American. Casper Corjus was 5th, Enrique Bordas 6th, Hugo Arnaud 7th, and it was Rihan Jaini, Abdullah Arouahi, Thomas Turner, the Mark Baines Motorsport driving a good race there to gain 17 places and finish 10th. Arnold Malizia was 11th. There's Stephen Letz coming across the line. I've got to say, considering how close the lead pack was, it was kind of I hate to say it was a tense last lap, but nothing really happened, did it? I feel that was probably because it was a heat rather than a final. Then we had Salander, Smith, Haja, Westworth, Kahaup, Alcubasi, McPolin, Villa Gomez, Springbok, Cordier, Vax, Olsen, Malin, Lewis Malin there. 3rd overall in the standings. His first bad result of the weekend. That's going to drop him down the heats classification. Unfortunately, 24 for him. He was cut out to Graham Diaz, Schultz, Schuert, LaRue, Pihalko, Rasmussen, Fournier, Mazaru and Ojar.